Well, Happy New Year, everybody. We're finally back for another session of Events SMP. But with that in mind, it's been just, a little while since we've last done a session. And I totally haven't gone ahead and allowed the entirety of the server to do whatever they want for roughly a week, if they could make it. I definitely didn't do like 8-hour sessions with no events. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pretty much tour everything that's happened, and I'll also cut back to the official session once in a while, so that way other people can give me some tours of their bases and whatever it is that is going on. And of course, because this is my editing style, I'll also add in a few of the better bits of the main session itself.
I'm not married, nor do I have a partner, so I just like to take...
He says otherwise. So without further ado, let's get started. And of course, just to kind of start things off strong, we do have the boat that started it all off. I still remember back in session 1 when we first constructed this thing, and I actually looked back on an old world just to see how this looked. And to think that we didn't even have this trapdoor here, the paintings, like half the things up here, we didn't even have the sails. But with that in mind, it has evolved quite a bit, and now we have probably one of the best bases I've ever created in quite a while. Definitely not the best, but considering the fact we only get 3-hour sessions, this is not bad. And then up next, I'm sure you've seen this a few times by now if you've been watching for a while, but if not, flick this trapdoor, press that button, there we go. Go down here into the powered snow, and you're down to the basement. Or rather, the second basement, because technically we went down a ladder to the first basement. This is primarily just our enchanting room with a cat, apparently. We also have our own auto smelter, enchanting setup, a few other things of storage, which mostly just consists of extra mob drops. And then if we go down this hallway, we get a few different places to go. That is an exit we will take later. Going down here, though, and this is where we're gonna cut!
Difficult to... Balls. Hey, those are mine.
Alright, this is the part we've been waiting for.
This is the sugar cane.
Yeah, this has some of the craziest redstonery I've seen. Like, I've already... Oh, well that's quite a predicament you got into there. I was talking about how I've got a little bit of redstone going on with the radio station.
Dane Farm, we're gonna press the button with you on the machine.
No, I'm not getting on that. And there goes SJ.
And
Yeah.
then this is our cute bean trading facility. We give them plenty of room. As you can see, they have a huge area.
Yeah, lots of area.
Most important. You got your bed.
Hold that thought.
You have your bed. This is my eco-friendly And as you can see, we have fireplace, which you can tell it's my basement.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing. Mind explaining how that guy just kind of... I was literally just taking a drink of my Powerade, and then an iron golem just literally appears in front of me. So, who is this fancy fella right here?
This is Bob. He's the newly hired security.
Yeah, very newly. He just kind of appeared in front of my face.
He gets no pay. Don't worry about that. And then we have villagers. We're looking at expanding, of course.
Nice. I also saw that you had like a double infinity guide further down, right?
At the lowest IQ on the course.
I was gonna say, like, he's only got 2 infinity books and that's it.
Living space, plenty of room up there.
Yeah.
Two stories.
You know what? It's actually more than the dorm rooms usually give you, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
And they've only been murdered once.
They've only been murdered once.
Got one last place to tour.
Oh, there's still more?
My food farm.
Your food farm. Oh, yeah.
So we had to fortify this because we've had a few issues. Well, anyways, this was my food farm. This is how I get my food.
Yeah. Nice and simple. It's also how you get a bunch of pretty much everything, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's all.
Alright, well, thanks for the tour. I shall be off to New Scotland now. So far, so good, but that's not even the end of it. So we are going to take this exit first, just to kind of explain how it works. Very simple. These are just wind charges, just enough to get you to the top. And of course with server lag we actually fly a little bit higher, which is why you see us go about up to about here usually. Which reminds us that we have these fancy fellas, the skeleton horses, which honestly I don't think we've ever done anything with since we got them, but that's beside the point. We also have a new cow pen, and then of course we do also have the radio station, which I won't lie, I do still have to fix it up, but while Crygolic's messing with villagers, we can't really get this back part figured out yet. Up here we got all the fancy trickery of redstone, which I've explained before. Quite simple and complex at the same time. I've had to redesign this like 4 times, okay? Give me a break. I'm not even going to bother to explain it, because if you want to know, just go ahead and click on the video that I'm sure I'll be showing right about now. Or maybe I'll just put in some text that just says what session number it is. I don't know. We'll see how editor hidden feels later. And I think the last thing to really show that's part of my base, or at least within my base, is this fancy little tunnel over here. So at the end of the tunnel over here, you can go ahead and run all the way down, press this button, which leads you out to here, which is a very nice tunnel I created some long time ago. But of course, we now have the bee dome. I don't actually think I called it the bee dome ever, it's just kind of what I decided on the spot. There's beehives, it's a dome underwater, it looks nice, and yeah, it's like a nature area. That's the big idea anyways. Just a nice place to show up, sit down, have a good rest, and that's about it. For temporary purposes, we do have this as an exit. I'm sure I'll fix it up sometime in the future, but until further notice, that is what we've got. Oh, I'm in survival mode, uh-oh. Something wicked this way comes, and roadkill! So that's all around this base, but there's more, like that event that's right behind me, right over there. That is Volleyball with God, where we didn't show that session. So, up next we have the bridge that I crafted on session 2, 3, some long time ago, I don't know. It was way early on and it hasn't changed since then. And this is where things will start to look a little different, and by a little, I mean a lot. So we're just going to go to the right first, just to kind of simplify things. You'll see this nice path, and I think we'll go ahead and we'll just head on up here first because, and this is where things get interesting, we see the Kyo Cult of Canada. Basically, this is the place where we would go ahead and we would send our prayers to Kyo or something like that. I haven't quite figured out the lore yet, but basically, it's basically the way we're having Kyo still on the server instead of, you know, just being a ghost haunting our dreams all the time.
Cry about it, womp womp.
But with that being said, we have something else to explain, because they're haunting us. Because if we go ahead and we go down here, we find ourselves in this fancy little building. No, there's nothing behind the paintings, don't test me on that. But when lightning strikes, these lanterns sometimes will light up. In other words, Kyo still exists, and they're haunting us. I'll explain what that building is later. I just want to quickly show off some of the pathways, along with another building that's just around over here. I don't really know what this is or how it came to be. I just kind of built it just to kind of relax because, you know, we had the Slaughter God event that session. So, you know, that was fun. Nothing too crazy, just, you know, a nice place to hang out. And of course, one of the big things that happened this session was going ahead and crafting up these pathways. Now, this didn't take too much work, but it was just enough to the extent where I quite enjoyed it, and I personally think they turned out quite nice. Look at this, we got some bushes here, we got lanterns all over the place, we're walking through a birch tree forest, it is lovely. And then we get this very strange bridge that Unbreakable made some time ago. I don't honestly remember when this happened. It was too long ago. And you're probably seeing that tunnel down at the bottom part, wondering what that is instead. And of course, these pathways keep going all the way until we get up to New Scotland over here, which is so nice. We're gonna get back to that very soon, but before that, we got one more thing to show, which I'm flashing too many scenes that shouldn't be flashed right now. We need to show the first part. So, some long time ago, SJ had this brilliant idea to keep them occupied, is my guess, to go ahead and make a railroad. And of course they were gonna do this very strange, not so great looking project. So I decided to kind of make my own railway station and tunnel. So if we go down here, a little bit of extra redstonery, mostly just so that we don't fall into there. which, if you do... Oh, that didn't quite work. If you do, you get sent all the way back up to the top. So yeah, that's basically just a last resort, just to make sure you don't fall in there. But this is the last part of the railroad station before you get onto the railway. Currently, the New Scotland terminal is unavailable because of replacement workplace accidents. Everyone to pass must derail and get going again past the terminal.
That is to prevent any hit and runs.
Oh. Oh man, is this great. Now, of course, these torches will be removed later, and we'll eventually have a different type of light source. We just haven't figured out how we're going to do that quite yet. Oh my god, my character looks wrong sitting in a minecart. But with that in mind, this entire tunnel was crafted over the course of, I don't know, like 4 days or something like that. We also still have some of these stations set up everywhere. We'll fix those later. This is another place that still needs work, but then we get into my current biggest project that's almost done, the bridge. And this was based off of, I believe it was the Lionsgate Bridge in Vancouver is what I decided. Quite amazing. I use a combination of white stained glass and, what is this, smooth deep slate brick? Polished deep slate walls. And in all honesty, it turned out pretty amazing. Supposedly, it sounds like we might be getting the official Events SMP flag created by Toby, who we'll visit next. I think we're going to be getting the flag put on top of here, or we're going to have it draped down over here, depending on what the shape is. But we will see later in the future. But for all of the realistic builds I've ever done, this has got to be probably one of my better projects of all time. Now, without further ado, let's visit some of the neighbors that happen to be around here. Ow. Oh, come on!
In my defense, it was God's idea, not mine.
You don't say. Anyways, hello, sir. I am here for a tour. If you do not mind at all.
Not at all. Let me just quickly deposit my items that are currently being used for the railway. Now we have the old dock down there.
Yep.
This is the old dock. It's a little place I use to store my boats, although somebody's been stealing them lately.
Well, it's not me. Even though it really looks like it would be me, it's not me.
This is the main gate to New Scotland. As we walk out here, we come to the main compound of New Scotland. Over there is my sheep farm. New Scotland specializes in sheep and wool. We love making banners.
You can see that. I can see like 5, 6 on my screen right now just from doing this.
Wheat and carrot farm. The carrots are more as a byproduct. It grows faster when you put them in lines like this.
Oh, okay. So rather than have a giant wheat field, you basically have them in lines just for efficiency.
Yeah. Here we have the old chicken farm. It has been previously upgraded. And back here's a little cave I have claimed and never done anything about for a while now.
It's just kind of here, and that's all.
Yes, I haven't done anything with it. We have a little cactus area.
Ooh.
26 cactus down here.
Wait, when did you get cactus?
I think a wandering trader or like an event or something.
Oh, probably a wandering trader, yeah.
One secret thing that nobody's meant to know about is
that nobody's meant to know about.
this was the it's not used as often, but it's the creeper hole or charged creeper at Bomb Head Farm.
Oh yeah, that's how you got the mob head so early on. How you were able to exchange a creeper head for what was it that you wanted before? It was like, I think it was channeling or something like that. But anyways,
so,
yeah.
So basically, how it works is I lure monsters here, and they can fall down here, and they all get crowded down here, where I strike them with a trident and a lightning bolt. And,
Oh yeah.
Well, it charges the creeper and then blows all the mobs up.
Makes sense in a way. It's simple and
Or
easy.
it's a launch pad.
Yeah, for me, it's like a very strange launch pad for me.
Secret, not many people are meant to know about this.
Yeah.
We come on down here, close the trap door behind you.
Here we go.
I recently checked on this. This is the new and improved chicken farm.
Like, I remember showcasing this, but every time I see it, it's like, and there's noodles. Oh my god.
So some chickens did escape the process, but this is our little area where they shoot the eggs out of. Then
Wow.
back here, so we continue on down.
Yep.
We have our little minecart area with the best redstone clock you'll ever see.
Yeah, that's it. Certainly is the best redstone clock I've ever seen.
And as you can see, it's timed perfectly so that the minecart will unload. Oh, it's too late to see it, but it unloads at the time of
Yeah.
it just barely passing. So it works perfectly.
Nice. I feel this is going to be oddly entertaining.
Ow.
I don't have all of it filled, so.
Ow.
Are you okay?
God, you want to come on by and see my machine work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen this.
Yeah, come on down, buddy.
It won't be fully full.
Yeah, you're not going to shoot you. Don't worry. You're safe.
Whoa. What's chicken doing?
Now, make sure you get the recording of this. So this is how it works. It uses a redstone clock and it'll shoot eggs.
Oh, jeez.
right?
There.
So.
Oh.
And it's 7 seconds.
If nothing else, I was more just entertained to watch God just.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
So, further down this way, you can see a little grove of blue orchid.
Orchids? Orchids?
Orchids. So yes, this is all New Scotland land. I need to finish fencing off the property, but yeah.
Alright. Well, thanks for the tour. I like the place. It looks quite beautiful. I do apologize in advance again for the bridge. Didn't really think that all through.
Wouldn't that not be in advance?
And to think of how big Unbreakable's base is, and we never seem to showcase it all that much on this channel. But wow, is it amazing. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's keep this party moving on the railroad. We do have this entire other tunnel, but I believe SJ's already taken it upon themselves to go ahead and put it all together. So we don't have to worry anything about that. Same goes for this bridge coming up. That's all going to be on them. I might have a lot more work to do with it though. We'll have to see later. And we're approaching the next stop, UpstartPlayz railway station, which yes, he's decided he's also now part-time mortal. I'm turning around. I'm scared to see what this is.
Turn around. Turn around faster. I can't stay in here forever.
I'm sorry, what just happened? You didn't happen to be inspired by some Hermitcraft video at any point, were you? Alright, well we've arrived at the base of UpstartPlayz, so hello sir. Do you mind giving me a bit of a tour of what you've been doing, mostly during the last couple, the last week of freedom, basically, I guess is what we'll call it.
Okay, well, one of the things I did was I started playing in survival mode. I know, very scary.
Yeah, you know, you can actually, this god repel is very effective all of a sudden.
Yeah. Shoot me, I dare you.
No, I'm gonna do that from a nice ow, it still hit me!
I made this station, and here, if we look at the pillars, you see there's this little warning things that saying, hey, you're coming into the station. When we go inside, we have the pet armadillos, Arnold and Arlo, who have been shedding.
Welcome to Upstart's base and the spawn station. Quiet, please.
Yes, you have to be quiet in here because the armadillos are very shy. What are you doing?
I'm adjusting one thing.
No.
Suits it perfectly, right?
You have to do that on the other side now. They have the flowers and they have a bookshelf in case they want to read anything, and they have a musical floor.
Yeah. My only question is, why is Arlo spelled with a W at the end?
Don't judge Arlo. We go upstairs. We have this kind of rib cage looking floor.
Was this initially like a giant prehistoric animal you just kind of built around it sort of thing, or?
Sure, definitely, yeah. Above us we have this lighting that I created with the daylight sensors on the top section nighttime. So as it gets darker, more of the lights turn on. So as it needs more light turns on.
Yep, and another thing I'll say is that when it's raining, it's only like half of them turn on, right?
Yeah. If we go this way, over here we have this event that happened.
Which I don't think I actually included that one. It's the weird part.
We have to get past it. I also need to make a way out of here. Who goes there? We have frog-light flooring into this little tunnel with my signature flowers.
Which nobody can achieve, may I point out. These things are impossible. The frogs don't exist on this server.
And that's why you know it's my base. Here we have the up and the down. This is my elevator. Don't step on the down. It's painful. My pristine backdrop made by the reporter.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with the construction of this house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Over here is all my storage of my things.
Yeah.
Don't touch my things. Over here, this is my runway because I have an Elytra and you fly. You're a jet. This is my runway.
No. I'm only part-time jet, okay? Only part-time. You know, weather
dependent.
Yeah, weather dependent.
This is also where I stalk people. I mean, gaze upon the landscape. And
stalk. Oh, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
So as I said, with stalking, I mean gazing upon landscape. Upstairs we have the exit to the luscious garden.
Yeah, very gardeny.
Yeah. Over here, this is Dave. This is Dave's containment.
Dave, who's Dave?
Spider Dave. He didn't behave.
He didn't. Oh, that's just sad.
That was. Wow. I think that's about it right now. I still need to confirm it.
All right. Well, thanks for the tour. Do we need to go into Mr. Godly mode and head over to the other base, or?
No.
Of course, there's still more to this world. Somehow, I don't know how we've been able to showcase so much in so little time. But we still have more. Of course, we still have some of these past events, like the one Upstart just showcased here. But there's still more than just that. We have this entire bridge right here, which is also crafted by Unbreakable, I think. But this was built so long ago. And oh my gosh, was it amazing. It doesn't look nearly as stable as, say, you know, the suspension bridge I built, but with that in mind, it is still a wonderful piece of work, and it has been featured a few times, including even in an event. But most primarily, this is also the #1 way of getting to the outdoor court, which, yes, we have a court of all things we could have. Yes, an outdoor court, crafted by UpstartPlayz. Because he wanted to sue people. Right, I think before we get to SJ, who's just over there, and you can kind of see their new construction project over there as well, we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to go visit our newest member of the server, Midget. This is a very interesting entrance you got.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. It's a work in progress. It's a big work in progress. I need some.
Well, it's a big work in progress, and you've joined for what, like 3 different sessions? Only 2 technically officially, so.
Yeah. Commit a felony that involves certain people getting clocked in the face with a gun.
I never thought I'd get to say this, but I think I found somebody who's more out of context than SJ.
Oh yeah, let's go. So, this is a tour. This is my storage area. This is my kitchen. This is my encampment room. This is where I sleep at night. It has 2 beds. I'm not married, nor do I have a partner, so I just like to take.
He says otherwise.
Get out of my bed. No. So essentially,
Rejected.
I'm depressed, so I take up both. Otherwise, this is my music box. I love it. And then if we go down there, but I'm not going to because I'm a little scared. We get a nice little I yearn for the mines moment, which is amazing.
Yep. Right, I think there's only 1 stop left, and that is SJ. As far as I'm aware, at least. Hello.
The only good thing about this, I guess, is just you can see the current event.
Which window?
Just a window.
There's no windows.
My point exactly.
So is that pretty much everything there is to show, or is there more?
I mean, I can show you my main base, I guess.
Play an exit you got.
The main room is pretty boring, pretty much. It's just, yeah. There's the anting table. Yes, the anting table.
Yes, the anting table. Because
there's
now we have
drop down
ants in
to-
this game.
The drop down to that. There's more sorting. There's gonna be something here. I don't know what right now. And then there's the stuff for the project that I was gonna work on.
Okay then.
Redstone project, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop down. I can find
Other
the
hole. Other hole.
There's the hole. And then there's my mine, which I'm trying to go lower.
Oh, now you got a pool as well.
Oh yeah, and the pool that I've just there's like 4 events that I can remember of that I just sat here fishing instead of doing the event. Because I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Any comment on what this thing's supposed to be over here?
That was going to be my new base. But then I just kind of gave up. And also there was supposed to be a farm on top of this, but that ended up being occupied by the map.
Anything else
Yeah.
to share, or is that kind of all there is now?
I think that is genuinely it for now.
Oh man, to think of all the things that have happened on the server in just 23 sessions. It is amazing how far we have come during this server, and there's still so much to go. But with that in mind, there are still a few things to acknowledge. The first of which being that we do now have a planned end date, which by the time of this being recorded, yes, the server members will know very, very soon. So at the time of this video being released, yes, they all know that we do have a planned end date. I'm not going to say when it is, but just know we're not at the halfway point just yet. We still have a lot more to do and a lot more fun to come. So I hope you guys are willing to stick around for a little bit longer while we still have some great sessions, some great events, and some pretty insane ideas. Because I might know of a few events coming up, and they're going to be pretty wild. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you all next session. Goodbye.
Order in the court. Bang, bang, bang.
Bell that doesn't exist.
Order in the court. I'm now handing you off to Hidden.
Okay, this is just a very quick meeting, just to quickly go over the fact that we do have a few decisions that were made recently. So myself and Mr. That was an interesting sight to behold. Anyways, very briefly, we just want to go ahead and say that we do actually have an end date now. Well, end date, I wouldn't really say an end date, but an end goal for this server. I'm not going to specify what exactly it is yet, as we're still deciding on that officially, to say the least.
Right. I mean, every good server has to come to an end.
That's basically the point. I was going to go with, if there's any question about why it would be ending at any point, it's simply just because it can't go on forever. We're just going to go ahead and say that now. It can only last so long. Anyways,
Are we gonna try another?
I don't know yet. Most of that is because, I'll be honest, we haven't even hit the halfway point, I don't think. So we don't know what to go off of for after. What we know right now is that we do have an end goal for the server, and we do have a rough end date. We mostly just have like a time period to go off of now, but it's not like a set date, mostly because it depends when people show up.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise, that's really all I wanted to say, just kind of to let you all know that we do have an end date and goal, that sort of thing. Just so that way we all know that that it's not going to last forever, that we have an end goal. I don't really know what else to say. And finally, also welcome Midget. It's been long time to get you here.
I'm in it!
I'm gonna die.
Meeting closed, session closed. Server will be closed in about 5 minutes. Get back to your bases as fast as you can. Go. Oh wait, the railroad's. Ow.
My mother has risen in brain.
I've decided that the railroad is now accessible.
As far as it can go, at least, yeah.
It
I'll
goes
make
to my
you
base.
acceptable. Whoa, I'm sorry.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. I heard the word accessible, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll just make him accessible for people. I didn't think about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that didn't quite work out the way you thought.